Banter has been the foundation of many iconic love stories of both new and old. Through our comparison of Benedick and Beatrice in Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing and Han and Leia in Star Wars, the survival of this type of love story will be proven lasting. The Star Wars saga was created between the year 1977 and 1983. Leia and Han are in the midst of a revolution and are trying to navigate the galaxy and their feelings for one another. Much Ado About Nothing was written in the early 1600s. Benedick has just returned to Beatrice's father's home with the company of the prince after a long absence. Beatrice and Benedick are at each other's throats from the start, but it only takes a little scheming on their friends' parts to make them realize and admit their love for one another. In spite of the story's largely different settings, both couples follow a similar pattern of affection. The stages of their love can be categorized in 3 distinct steps. The first category of the couple's love is called the stage of determined disdain. This stage is characterized through name-calling and heated arguments. At their first meeting during her rescue, Leia is already full of criticism for Han.
Can't get out that way.
Looks like you managed to cut off our only escape route.
Maybe you'd like it back in your cell, Your Highness.
You came in here, didn't you have a plan for getting out?
Han is not what you would call a submissive lover and doesn't take Leia's criticism lightly, causing some epic battle of wits.
Han!
Yes, Your Highness.
I thought you had decided to stay.
Well, the bounty hunter we ran into when Lord Mendel changed my mind.
Han, we need you.
We need?
Yes.
Or what about you need?
I need. I don't know what you're talking about.
Probably don't.
And what precisely am I supposed to know?
Come on. You want me to stay because of the way you feel about me?
Yes! You're a great help to us. You're a natural leader.
No, that's not it. Come on. Come on.
You're imagining things.
Am I? Then why are you following me? Afraid I was gonna leave without giving you a goodbye kiss?
I just assumed it's a Wookiee.
I can arrange that. You could use a good kiss.
When all else fails, they resort to name-calling.
Into the garbage chute, flyboy! I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain. What? Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder!
Beatrice thinks no higher of Benedick than Leia does of Han. The Shakespearean couple has an equally heated argument at their first meeting comparable to Han and Leia's fight at the rebel base on Hoth.
What, my dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she had such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedick? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat. But it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted, and I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I loved none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God and my cold blood I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and for such a face as yours were.
Later that night during a party, they continue to exchange harsh insults.
Is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, for he both pleases men and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him.
Naturally, Benedick disagrees greatly with Beatrice's remarks, and this prompts Benedick to retaliate.
Ah! I am not so reputed. It is the base, the bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person and so gives me out.
She is much wronged by you.
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of a block. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there were no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. So indeed all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Beatrice and Benedick and Han and Leia both harbor some obvious sexual tension in these arguments. that undoubtedly pushes them on to the next step of their courtship. This stage can be characterized by backhanded compliments, lots of flirtation, reluctant admittance of attraction, and a scene or two of genuine affection.
Either I'm gonna kill her or I'm beginning to like her.
Come on, admit it. Sometimes you think I'm all right.
Occasionally, maybe, when you aren't acting like a scoundrel.
Scoundrel? Scoundrel? I like the sound of that.
Stop that.
Stop what?
Stop that. My hands are dirty.
My hands are dirty, too. What are you afraid of?
Afraid?
You're trembling.
I'm not trembling.
You like me because I'm a scoundrel. There aren't enough scoundrels in your life.
I happen to like nice men.
I'm nice, man.
Very nice.
Even though the scene marks the first kiss the two share, Leia resists Han's rugged charm until the very end. After that first kiss, everything becomes easily more affectionate between the two. Unlike the gradual and halting progress of Han and Leia's love in this stage, Beatrice and Benedick are easily and quickly nudged into a state of unrequited love for one another. After their devious friends plant the seed of affection, the two recognize their complete love for each other.
Love me!
Beatrice and Benedick are nothing but shocked at the idea, but it doesn't take long for feelings of enthusiasm to take hold.
I will be horribly in love with her!
And Benedick, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it.
With those scenes of revelation, the couples progress into the final stage, genuine love and affection. Pressed with hard times and a series of stressful situations, the couples openly express their feelings for one another. Leia professes her love to Han on the brink of his possible death in The Empire Strikes Back.
I love you.
I know.
She is not shy about repeating her affectionate declaration, as she does it again at the beginning of Return of the Jedi.
Someone who loves you.
Leia.
Even though it takes Han a little more time to reciprocate with his words, it is obvious that he loves Leia. He finally reciprocates by imitating Leia's declaration of love near the end of The Return of the Jedi.
I love you.
I know.
Hands up!
All forms of contempt are gone and intimacy thrives.
Sweet Beatrice.
Facing their own obstacles, Beatrice and Benedick have a similar emotional declaration of love.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Even after this declaration, playful banter is still a prominent staple in their relationship.
I will have thee. But by this light I take thee for pity.
I would not deny you, but by this good day I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace! I will stop your mouth.
The couples have overcome their differences and have entered into a fulfilling state of romantic love. George Lucas and William Shakespeare, as masters of their fields, knew that this structure of love is timeless and therefore founded their works on bickering romantic relationships.